What if I told you that feeling exhausted from all the marketing that you're doing isn't your fault? It's because you're using somebody else's energetic blueprint. And that's not how we are designed to run our businesses, to market our businesses, all of those things. Anyway, if we haven't met, I'm Elise Cartwright, founder of Hustle and Groove, where I've worked with over 1,000 creative entrepreneurs and helping them ditch social media and make daily sales. And today we are going to start a brand new series where we're focusing in on how you can create aligned marketing decisions. And we're doing this using the human design framework. So first things first, if you don't know anything about human design, if you don't know what your human design type, strategy, and authority is, you can go and check that out at hustleandgroove.com/chart. It's free. Enter in your details and you will get a nice little output that gives you a quick bird's eye view of exactly what the human design piece is all about. So before I discovered human design back in 2020, I was in what I would class the feast and famine income cycle. I'd been in business for about 8 years at this time, and I just remember thinking, why is this so hard? What would it look like if I could just make consistent, predictable income every single month? And I honestly thought that that was just a pipe dream, that that was not something that was achievable, that the feast and famine cycle was just how having your own business was going to be. But I also found I was burning myself out trying to figure this out. And more times than not, the reason I was burning myself out was because I was trying to do everything that everybody else was doing and never once questioning why things weren't working or how I would adjust and tweak them to work for me. And that's exactly what human design actually allows you to figure out is basically what's easy and fun for you, because we're running our own businesses. We're the boss and the buck stops with us. So if we're not focused on doing the things that are easy and fun for us, then what happens? We end up burning ourselves out. We end up creating businesses that we hate. And that's where I found myself in 2019. At the end of 2019, I woke up one morning and I went, you know what? I hate my business. I don't even want to do this. This business model isn't even working for me. How did I get here? And it's very easy to figure out how I got there. And it's because I followed somebody else's advice. I followed somebody else's strategy. I followed somebody else's way of doing business. And whilst I could execute, I can do all the things, but I'm a great little student. I did everything that they told me to do. And yet it still didn't work. And that's where I got after 3 months of being in their program. I was like, this is still not working. Despite the fact that I'm doing everything that they're telling me, what the heck is going on? It still took me another 6 months to really figure out exactly why I was experiencing all the things that I experienced and then how to actually fix it. So there are some common marketing rules that tend to drain us. And when I say rules, I'm using air quotes because at the end of the day, if something doesn't feel easy and fun for you, then is it really a rule? But there are some common marketing trends, let's put it that way, that tend to drain us, particularly if we aren't thinking about what is best for us. The first one is that you have to be all in on social media. And if you're in that space right now, I see you, I hear you, I've been there. And I'm here to tell you, you absolutely do not need to be on social media. If you don't actually enjoy spending any time on there, if you don't enjoy creating content for those platforms, then why continue to do it? Especially if it's not bringing you the results that you're wanting to actually have, right? What's the point in continuing to do something that's actually not working just because it feels good to be busy? I think that's another, I wouldn't say this is a marketing rule, but I feel like it's a thing that most entrepreneurs end up with, is feeling like you're doing something just for the sake of doing it because it feels good to do versus then not doing anything. And whilst to some level, I can agree with that. If you don't have checks and balances in place to make sure that you're not continuing to do something that's not working, then it's the equivalent of expecting a different result whilst doing the same things, right? That's the definition of insanity, continuing to do the same thing and expecting a different result. So we want to avoid doing that. So here are some signs to pay attention to that might help you figure out if you are marketing against your design. Now, if you're not on the human design bandwagon, I don't want you to switch off either, because you can still apply what I'm saying here if you just consider what is easy and fun for you. But if you are following your human design, here are some ways to know that you're doing things out of alignment, that you're doing things that don't gel. Anytime that you start something new and you immediately hit a roadblock is a sign that you're doing something against your design. Because when you're doing things that are in alignment, aka easy and fun, they won't be hard and you won't meet roadblocks. Now, that doesn't mean that energetically it might take some energy to do something, and it doesn't mean that some things might be a little difficult, but they won't be hard and you won't be constantly met with roadblocks. So that's how I know when I'm doing something out of alignment, is because I start to feel off and I start to go, hang on a minute, all these things have just gone wrong. And I'm still continuing to try and push this into existence. And why am I doing that? And it's being able to kind of backtrack. So anytime something just isn't working, no matter how many ways you come at it, is a clear sign that you're just doing things out of alignment. And this is why one size fits all strategies just don't work, because none of us are the same. Even if we have the same type, strategy, and authority, there are nuances within every single chart. In fact, you could have two charts that are exactly the same. I have this conversation many times with my brothers, who happen to be twins, who were born 10 minutes apart, and their charts are exactly the same, right? Everything in their chart exactly the same, but they are different and their experiences are different. And this is what I love about human design, is that it is not this, do this, do this, do this. There are lots of nuances and flexibility in the way that you integrate human design into your business and your life. So here's what it looks like when you are energetically doing marketing based on your type, strategy, and authority. So as you know, or maybe don't, there are 5 different types. There are manifestors, generators, manifesting generators, projectors, and reflectors. So those are the 5 types. Now, if you happen to be a beautiful manifestor, then you have big ideas. And the correct way for you to market is to let people know what the heck you're doing, right? Get them on board, give them a heads up. It is not about asking for permission. It's simply stating this is what you're doing. And by doing that, you're literally like this siren call to the people who resonate with that, and you repel everybody else. And basically, they're going to get out of your way. So anytime that you are marketing something, that you're going to create something, just make sure that before you go full in on it, that you give your audience a heads up, right? You just literally say, hey, I'm doing this next week. Here's more details if you want to be involved. Right? That's it. Give people the option to opt out of things as well. So that's kind of what it looks like when you start to do things in alignment as a manifestor. Give people a heads up always. Tell them what you're doing, not asking for permission. Now, if you're a generator, then you are here to literally follow your gut, right? Whenever it comes to doing anything in your business, you're always going to do a gut check in. But your strategy is to respond. So whenever it is that you're doing something new or you're doing marketing, you just want to check in and go, am I responding to something external? And then, is my gut saying yes or no to this thing, right? So if you're planning to do a live workshop, the first thing that you want to ask yourself is, where did that come from? What's the external thing that I am responding to? So there are a few nuances in this, but responding to everything external and then using your gut to confirm that this is the theme is how you're designed. Now, if you're a manifesting generator, you're part manifestor, part generator, which means that you have to both inform and respond. And you have to inform after you've responded. I know that that is like counterintuitive. So you're always got to make sure you're responding to something external and then give your audience a heads up, right? So You're always moving quickly, but you will always do well if you just give your audience a heads up and say, hey, this is what I'm planning. I'm a manifesting generator, and if I surprise my audience, I'm always giving them a heads up of whatever is going on. Even if I don't end up following through on that thing, I just give them a heads up. It's just kind of like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm excited about. This is what I might be launching. Like, I literally do all the things. And that works really well. So my audience isn't surprised. Now, it's not 100% foolproof because obviously people don't see every single email that I send out. Not everyone is paying attention, but I've done my job, and the people that see what I say, I trust resonate. And that's how I always approach that. Now, if you're a projector, you're designed to wait for invitations. So what that means in your business is that you're not here to chase anything. You're not here to initiate anything. You're simply here to just share your wisdom, knowledge, and all the things, and make sure that people can easily work with you. So the invitation piece, before that happens, they have to recognize you first. So you need to have a visibility plan in place. What does that look like? How is your audience seeing you on a regular basis? And then just making sure that all your links point to wherever you want them to go. It actually is really simple. You've just got to switch out of the traditional marketing that you've likely been taught. Now, if you're a beautiful reflector, you are the rarest and you're completely open in your chart. So for you, it's not about moving quickly. It's very much about kind of tasting things and experiencing things before you kind of make a decision. You will probably have a few trusted people that you like to bounce ideas around with. Now, these people won't tell you what to do. They will just kind of hold space for you, allow you to bounce ideas, and in the process, point anything out that you might not be aware of. Ultimately, you will know that you're doing things in alignment as a reflector when you feel surprised, when you're just like, wow, this is so exciting. But you're going to take things a little bit slower. You need a little bit more time to put things into place. And that's why automations are your friend when it comes to marketing your business. So if you're ready for coaching, accountability, and implementation, guidance, support, all the things, then I'd love for you to come and check out the feedback loop. The link on your screen is where you can go, or you can just simply check out the link in the description. And I can't wait to work with you soon. So your action step right now is 1, to get your human design chart if you don't have it. And if you do have it, have a look at your Taiken strategy, because those are the 2 key components to allow you to market your business in an aligned way. Now, if you're not on the human design bandwagon, totally fine. What you're going to do is ask yourself this question: what is easy and fun for me? What do I feel so excited about? Now, when you ask yourself that question, you want to kind of feel it in your body, not up here, right? We're really good at being able to rationalize why something might be a good fit for us. But if we're not bodily excited about something, then what's the point, right? Honestly, what is the actual point? So go ahead, figure out your human design type strategy, and then make sure that you're doing things in alignment. Now, that process can take a little bit of time, and I'm fully aware that this could be brand new to you and you're used to doing things a certain way. But I encourage you, no matter which way you're going, whether you're going down the human design route or not, that the thing that you take away from this video is that it's a reminder to do the things that are easy and fun for you, not what somebody else has told you, not what somebody else is doing. What is easy and fun for you? And hey, in the next video, you're going to learn how to discover your marketing superpower, and that all lives inside your human design chart. So make sure you have your chart handy, and I'll see you in that video.